I tried minimalism for 60 days and I can't wait to tell you guys what happened during those 60 days. Let's get into it. Hey there, my name's Tamara Lynette. I am an MIT, a minimalist in training, a minimalist fashionista, and I created this channel to document my journey to minimalism, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I started my minimalism journey about 60 days ago, and I've experienced a lot, I've learned a lot, and I just wanted to share with you all 10 things I have learned and experienced within the last 60 days. So minimalism can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And because of that, I feel like minimalism is kind of a very general label. For example, some minimalists feel that minimalism is like living with like one fork, one spoon, and one knife, and only having 2 lamps and only having 5 pieces of furniture, which is fine if that's your thing. But then there's also minimalists who feel like minimalism is packing up all of your things and moving into a van and living the van life. Again, perfectly fine if that's for you. And to others, minimalism is getting rid of those things that no longer serve you and only living with the things that you need to live on a day-to-day basis, or things that really make you happy and bring joy into your life. And I tend to fall into that third category. Ironically enough, part of minimalism is about not being labeled or having to live according to the status quo of wherever it is that you reside. So I think it's kind of interesting that there's this label of minimalism and, this definition of what it is. So you took yourself out of a mainstream box and put yourself into a different box. While I still use the word minimalism because I think that helps people to understand the journey, I still define it according to what works best for me in my life. So one of the things I learned after a couple of declutters is that minimalism is not one and done. In other words, you may go through your entire house and declutter and get rid of everything you feel that you no longer use or need or want, and then look around and realize, oh my God, I still have a ton of stuff. So you may need to go back through your home and do another sweep. It's an ongoing process. The process of getting there is definitely not one and done. The other thing I've learned is that there are going to be many highs and lows on this journey to minimalism. That was something I wasn't prepared for. I spoke earlier in a video about procrastination, like I didn't prepare to be a procrastinator. But one thing I wasn't prepared for were the highs and lows. Like when I first started this journey, I was fired up. Like, let's do this. Let's declutter. I can't wait to just start pulling things out of my closet. And I did. And then I hit a low. Like I was exhausted. I was drained. I didn't feel like doing anymore. And then I would let some time go by, kind of set it to the side, like declutter's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, it's going to be there until I'm ready to attack it again. I would muster up more energy to attack another area and be fired up again to attack that area and do a decent job. And then I'd be exhausted again and need a couple of weeks off. So that part I wasn't really prepared for. Like I wasn't expecting to kind of not only not feel like doing it, okay, like maybe you would think that, but to almost feel like giving up. Like, ooh, like why did I set myself up for this? It's cool to have, clear and organized spaces, but it's more fun to go out and do things that are entertaining or to even just relax on my couch and watch TV. It's normal if you are finding yourself in a situation where you started decluttering and you were all excited about this minimalism journey and then you felt pooped out. You're not alone. This happened to me too. Another lesson that I learned, or you can maybe even call it a wall that I hit, is that it's really difficult to get rid of things in a responsible way. Like if you don't want to fill up landfills. You know, there's certain things that you can donate. There's certain things that maybe your friends may want to take off your hands. But some things just really just need to be thrown away because they're used, or and they're not meant to be reused by another person. What do you do with those things? I have been researching alternatives to throwing things away. If you guys would like to see a video of my research of alternatives to putting things in the trash, like recycling or what have you, let me know and I will do a video on that. So a new practice I started after this journey began was to start shopping in my closet and cupboards for things that I feel that I need. Because I'm one of those people who actually have multiple of a lot of things, and if I can't find it, I'll just go buy another one. So one of my new practices is when I feel like I need something, I actually just go through my closets and my cupboards first to make sure I don't already have it or have something similar or that could substitute for what I feel that I need before I actually go out and purchase it. One of the biggest rewards so far of my minimalist journey is the money I've saved. Normally, when I would get an email from one of my favorite stores with a great sale that they were having, I wouldn't think twice about purchasing that cute item, whether it's a piece of clothes or a purse or makeup, and just buy it and add it to my arsenal or toolbox of beautiful things. Instead, I give some thought before I purchase. It's not just a mindless purchase where it's just like, that's cute, I'll take one. I don't do that anymore. Instead, I really think about it and really question what it is that I'm about to purchase. And if it's something that I really need, is it something that I just want? So if nothing else on this list moves you, just know that one of the greatest benefits of being a minimalist is having more money. And along that same line, I now look at debt completely different than what I did before. Now I really ask myself, is it really worth going into debt for this piece of clothing or a luxury item or whatever it is that I clearly can't afford? Because if I could afford it, I wouldn't have to charge it, right? And the answer is no. I want to put that money into my savings. And if it really is something that I truly love or truly feel like it will bring me joy, I prefer to save the money to be able to purchase it cash. Another thing that happened during my journey to minimalism is I started looking at other places other than my home that may need decluttering. And one place where I found that I completely neglected and never really thought about was my phone. I had over 8,000 pictures and videos on my phone. It was probably close to 10,000. I'm not even gonna lie. Thanks to this journey, I now have a new habit of removing photos and videos from my phone. And the final thing that I will say that happened during this journey, I actually started thinking about what I put in my body. Now, I've always had a weight issue and I've always researched food and diets. This time I looked at it from a different lens and decided to try a plant-based diet. So I didn't start at the beginning of the 60 days. I'd say maybe for the last 45 days, I've been eating a plant-based diet. I'm not sure how long I'm going to live a plant-based lifestyle. I'll continue on for now because it's easy and it's not a big deal for me, but I'll readjust as time goes on if I feel like it. So those have been my takeaways so far during my journey to minimalism. I hope that if you found some value in this video, that you will press the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And in the meantime, I will see you next time with less stuff.